What's up, guys? So it's just after 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm about to get up and start doing my usual morning routine. I have a job interview today, which I'm really excited for. So I thought I would do my New Year's tarot reading, just to try and help me sort of be aware of things going into the interview, because I've been trying to, pretty much ever since I moved down here, I've been applying for this job. So I really would like to be successful at this interview. So we're gonna do the New Year Tarot spread, which is excuse me. It is. I literally, like, my alarm literally just went off like 5 minutes ago. But yeah, it's a few more cards than I would normally do in a tarot spread. I usually do either a 3-card tarot spread or a 4-card tarot spread, and a New Year spread has, I think, 12 cards. So we're gonna get up, get sort of dressed, breakfast, medication. It's actually looking really nice for a bit of an early morning walk at this point too, so I might do that, and then I'll come back and I'll do my tarot spread. So yeah, I guess I'll see you when I start doing the tarot spread. Okay, so I'm sort of squeezing myself in between my bed and my set of drawers here, because I need, obviously, a flat surface to put the cards out onto, but I'm using my Mystic Mondays tarot deck, the pictures and images and stuff. Put that there, I'll move that in a second. They're really colorful, pictures are nice and shiny, pretty. Cool, so the way I normally shuffle my cards is I will divide there is so much dust on this table, it's kind of gross actually, but I normally start off with dividing the deck into 3 smaller piles, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. Alright, so now that they're in 3 relatively equal piles, I take one, I'm going to do this one, and I will just sort of reverse the order of the cards. And obviously, the more times I shuffle, and I'll shuffle before every reading, but the more times that I shuffle, obviously the more variations I get. I will then take another pile, I'm going to do this one, and I'll sort of do an under-over sort of thing. So I'll start as if I'm reversing the order, and then I'll go under, so that what was the top card will be the middle card in this. I'm doing it sort of off camera because I don't want to accidentally flash what the cards are to the camera, because it's, yeah. And then the last pile I will just turn 180 degrees, and that reverses the cards. I'll get into what that means in just a second. I'll then take two piles. Obviously I'm going to start with the outer two because they're just easier to get to, and taking how they were, turning them in the same orientation so the tops of the cards are facing the same way, because obviously these ones aren't being reversed. Cool. And so once that one's done, I can do the exact same with the last third. And if you're shuffling your own cards, if any cards fall out, leave them out. They are not supposed to be a part of your reading. If you put them back in, you will get a false reading. Okay. Obviously I can see at the moment what the bottom one is. That doesn't matter because we're only going to be focusing on, I believe, the top 12. I'm going to put that there for a second, quickly just double check, and when I come back I will have the table fully laid out for the reading. Alright, and so as you can sort of just see at the top here, we've got one row of cards sort of just poking out. There's 5 in that row. We've then got 4 in the next row and 3 in this bottom row, for a grand total of 12, and it should look like this, but I don't have enough space, so mine is sort of overlapping a little bit. Cool, so starting from this top corner. Awesome. Yeah, cool. So got my little book here, and cool. Let's get into this. Alright, so the first card, the Magician. Before I get too far into it, turning your cards this way is always the way you're supposed to do it, because depending on which way the card is facing, going along the long edge, so like up and down, depending on which way the card is around that way, does actually give different readings. One of them's called the reverse. So I've got just the Magician, not the Magician reversed. So this represents my previous year. Okay, so it says, you've got the spark. Creation is the name of the game. Whether you pour your energy into a new life cycle or creative project, this is the time of pulling in all your resources to manifest your desires. Your toolbox is complete with anything you could ever need, and if it isn't, the right tools will appear exactly when you need them. You are resourceful and constantly find innovative solutions to problems with grace and ease. The universe has your back and will provide you with the power to manifest your desires in the external world. Infinite opportunities are available as you continue to flow. Be clear about your intentions and use them to fuel purposeful action. The more specific you are, the more you magnetize your creative energy and manifestation magic. Okay. Being completely honest, I'm not entirely sure what it's in reference to. Last year was spent largely unable to drive myself around. And so sort of, yeah. I probably had the spark at the beginning of the year. I did have some pretty big plans for last year. And I got as much of them, like as close to the original plans and intentions as possible. Okay. Second card, we've got the Emperor. I might show you the one here. This was the first card, Magician. Second card, the Emperor. Let's see if I can see some light. Pretty cool card. So far, both major arcana as well, which is kind of cool. Now, that's card number 4. We are up the right way as well. Cool. So this is the lessons I learned from last year. The Emperor rules with the utmost authority and is the father figure of the tarot deck. He embodies structure and stability, complete with decisive action to easily manifest ideas in the form of accomplishment and monetary gain. His guidance and wise words are based on his worldly experience, and he's got the battle scars to prove it. He reflects your ambitious side, where you seek status, success, and recognition. Maintaining your self-discipline, controlling your emotions, and making level-headed decisions will move you forward. The Emperor is a strategic thinker and urges you to carry out plans systematically and in a controlled manner. Embrace your inner warrior. Don't be afraid to step into the role of leadership. You're straight slaying the game and nothing can stop you. Yeah. It's kind of funny because the lessons there are actually to maintain self-discipline, control my emotions, and make level-headed decisions. Because with all the stress and whatnot of the last year, I did not do that. Cool. So number 3, aspirations for the next 12 months. And this one is going to be sort of the most difficult. Alright, and it is the King of Wands reversed. Making sure we put that in the right way. Cool. King of Wands reversed. He is actually the very last card in the book. So here we go. What's this? Aspirations for the next 12 months. Alright. Controlling and aggressive behavior can make for an oppressive experience with the King of Wands reversed. There is an attitude of my way or the highway and can create distrust when people feel they aren't being seen or listened to. Passion is fueled by fear instead of inspiration, and that can lead to jumpy and impulsive decision making. The King of Wands reversed warns you of taking people for granted in the pursuit of your goals. Manipulation and intimidation can be used to serve his agenda with no intention of returning any favors. Expectations are set too high and you are struggling to live up to these standards. Look at the big picture and see that maintaining healthy relationships are also a part of your vision. Evaluate your goals and what is most important to you. That's kind of cool. The looking at the big picture and maintaining healthy relationships is already one of my resolutions, so that's kind of cool there. And yeah, the rest is just sort of a warning of, in regards to my other aspirations, not to like use people just to make that happen. There's got to be some give as well as some take, which is kind of cool. Alright, card number 4, what empowers you in reaching your aspirations? It is also a reversed card. That it should already automatically be. What do we got? The Two of Cups. Alright. I think after I finish doing the first line, I will finish the reading off by myself, and then just show you guys what the cards were. So, number 4, Two Cups, Swords, Pentacles, Cups, 3, 2, just there, reversed. Alright, so what empowers you in reaching your aspirations? Alright, unable to hash out conflicts, you are struggling to uphold your relationships right now. You and your partner are having trouble seeing eye to eye, and it's causing a rift between you, creating an awkward and constrained energy. Instead of blaming the other person, look towards whether you have unresolved patterns from the past that are replaying in this current scenario. Regardless, whether it's you or the other person, there's a lack of emotional connection and trust. This uneven footing could be the end of a partnership where you two may take separate paths and go your own way. Not all relationships are meant to last forever and have a place and a time in your life. Instead of feeling bitter, appreciate what the relationship gave you and how you grew from this experience. Okay. So it's going to be my relationships that will empower me. It's going to be the people around me, and I've got to be able to resolve conflict, basically. Okay. As well as not have an ego enough to be able to take whatever blame is due to me. And then we got what may stand in the way of reaching your aspirations, and that card is the Six of Cups. So that's going to not be very hard to find. It's going to be like 4 pages this way. Come on, more. There we go. Upright. Okay. What may stand in the way? So it reads, taking a stroll down memory lane reminds you of childhood memories full of warmth and innocence. Reliving past memories makes you feel nostalgic for the good old days, free from stress and worry. The comfort and safety of your warm, happy-go-lucky memories is missing like a sore thumb in your day-to-day. You are wistful for familiarity, warmth, and simpler times. Responsibilities can feel heavy as you grow older, and there is a wish to go back in time, reunite with your inner child, and let them come out and play. Allow yourself to discover the world in a new way, like a baby with fresh eyes. There's always room for more laughter and joy. Heart open, feel the purity of childhood innocence fill you up with inspiration and lighthearted fun. Which is kind of weird the way that that's worded, because that's supposed to be what's standing in my way. So, am I going to get caught up in my nostalgia? Is that what that's how I read that. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. So anyway, we've got obviously 7 more cards. I'm going to read those to myself, but number 6 is your relationships and emotions in the coming year. Number 7 is career, work and finances, health and well-being, spiritual energy and inner fulfillment for number 9. And then the bottom row is what you need to focus on in the year ahead, the most important lesson for the coming year, and overall, where am I headed in the next 12 months, will be this card here. So I'm going to go and do that, and I might let you guys see number 12 as I read it. But yeah, I'm going to go and do that, because otherwise we're going to be here forever. With you just listening to me read from a book. So I'm going to go and do the next 6 cards, and I'll be right back for this last one. Alright, so I've gone and done the next 6 cards. As you can see, I've still got this one yet to turn over. Card 6 was the 8 of Wands reversed. Yes, card 7 was the 6 of Swords. Card 8, 2 of Swords. Number 9 was 10 of Swords reversed. Had a lot of swords in this row. And then our bottom one so far is gearing up to be all Pentacles, because card 10, 7 of Pentacles reversed. Card 11 is Queen of Pentacles reversed. Another word for Pentacles is just coins. Pentacles just obviously sounds more fancy. So card 12, which represents, I moved this up here because I sat up to give my legs a bit of a breathe. Overall, where I'm headed in the next 12 months is Hierophant, the image of that is literally the pyramid in the all-seeing eye. I'm pretty sure it's, there we go, cool. So just here. So overall, this is where I'm headed in the next 12 months. The general gist from the other 6 that I didn't read on camera, by the way, was basically that I just need to practice patience more, as well as sort of a very heavy focus on relationships of all kinds, which was already one of my resolutions. So that so far seems to check out. So let's see overall where I'm headed in the next 12 months with the Hierophant. So it says here, the Hierophant calls on you to honor the traditions in your life, whether large or small. Honoring rituals can help you feel grounded. At this time, you are drawn towards joining a group, community, or organizations that have certain rules you'd have to follow. By joining these groups, you will broaden your scope and expand your knowledge. Strength in numbers allows you to feel a sense of acceptance, unity, and identity. Look to your lineage of ancestors or religion to shine light on the wisdom of the past. The Hierophant guides you on your spiritual journey through unity and community, rituals with rules, and structure in societies. Be prepared to absorb as much information as you can. Higher learning leads to a better understanding of your higher self. That's a pretty positive direction to be heading. I am actually thinking of joining some groups and communities. Obviously I want to get back into, I say back into, like I've actually done it before. I've gone like 3 times last year, but I want to go and do the gym like I wanted to last year, before that all completely fell apart. So that's one sort of group that would have its own rules, and then yeah, I do have some plans for other sort of social media stuff related to this channel, that I've got, like I'm going to plan them out as much as I can, and when I get to certain sort of milestones, I will put those particular plans into action, just to give myself sort of a fixed point of which it's like, this is now due date, so I have time to work towards sort of a goal, but at the same time still am not like stressing over it. So there's that. The interesting part there for me was the look to your lineage. So maybe I might do like one of those DNA tests that like tells you your ancestry. That could be kind of cool. Might do that as a video. Let me know if you'd like to see that in the comment section down below. and then the whole bit with rituals and stuff. As I said in my morning routine video, I have an app called The Fabulous, which is I'm trying to use to help me set up some good, like, healthy daily habits. So we're slowly getting there. Everything's sort of coming together as well, and this spread was actually pretty sort of conclusive. So yeah, I'm gonna sort of take a little overhead shot of all the cards so you can see them all together and how they look as a spread, because it's kind of beautiful actually. And then yeah, that'll be it from me. So if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you would like to see when I upload new videos. And if you want to see more tarot videos, let me know in the comment section down below, because there's a whole thing with these as well, like they're their own sort of world in a sense. There's obviously the 4 suits and all the major arcana. Some of them, like the Emperor and the Hierophant, actually represent some of the star signs. The Emperor and the Hierophant actually coincidentally being Aries and Taurus, the first 2 signs of the zodiac, and also happening to be the star signs of like 2 of my best friends. So yeah, this is kind of a really cool spread. But all in all, that's all I've got for you today. So until next time, guys, keep your heads screwed on.